Okay, so the first question, just like why are you running for SGA?
So I've been on SGA for the past year,
Mm-hmm.
and being on SGA for a year as a normal senator really gave me perspective on like the potential of SGA, what we can do, what we've done in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've had time now over the past year to talk about ideas with Emmett, pull these different ideas together that I think we should be doing in SGA, and running for vice president is a great way to be able to enact those changes.
Mm-hmm.
So really, when it comes down to it, it's just I think we have great ideas, and I think we're the right people to implement those ideas.
Mm-hmm. What are some of those ideas? Could you outline maybe like the three things you think are the most important
Yeah.
issues that you're going to work on?
So the ideas that we're going to focus on first are transportation, making sure students have affordable transportation to and from the airport for breaks and holidays. The second is textbooks. We're going to look for sources of funding where we can maybe buy some of the most expensive introductory textbooks and then rent them for free to students.
Mm-hmm.
And the third, well, I guess there's more than three. The third is reevaluating write-up policy. Um, I've had several friends who've gotten write-ups over the past year, 2 years, and you definitely get different stories from different people. Either they shake it off as like, oh, it's no big deal. It's like it sucks, but oh well. And then you get some people where having to pay that fine means a
Mm-hmm.
lot more.
Yeah.
So Emmett and I see that as kind of unfair,
Yeah.
and we would like to reevaluate the consequences associated with at least a first round write up.
Okay.
Um, and then some other really important platform items we want to work on inclusion and being able to respond to situations that happen on campus,
Mm-hmm.
so that we don't get in a situation where something happens and then no one knows what to do.
Okay.
And so some of the ideas under that category, we'd like to reevaluate the justice and equality requirement. Um, we want to write a new admissions question. I've already started working on this project
Mm-hmm.
as my position as a senator.
Okay.
And we want to promote the Jewish Studies program. And Emmett has actually been working with the people
Mm-hmm.
to get that petition out, spread the word on that. So we've both started those ideas.
Awesome.
And there was one more that I wanted to. Don't quote me on the dot dot dot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we can come back to it if you
Yeah,
want to move
I
on to
can
the
come
next
back
question.
to it. Yeah. So.
Okay, cool.
And then there's food, housing stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool.
I can go into as much or as little detail as you want.
Yeah.
Those.
I'll just move on to the next question. So a lot of like complaints like directed towards the SGA or just like general perceptions that students have about the SGA
Mhm.
is that it's either ineffective or that they don't connect with students enough or aren't transparent enough. How would you try to change that perception?
Well, this semester, one thing I want to commend you guys on first is the Davidsonian Reporter has been at all of our meetings, and I think that is very important.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
to be able to have a outline, at least to know what we're talking about, what we're doing, who's attending the meetings
Yeah.
For SGA. So I think that is one thing that's vital for keeping students plugged in with what we're doing in SGA. And second, I think SGA structure needs a little bit of a revamp.
Okay.
And that's also one of the things Emmett and I have talked about. Right now, it's very individual student driven project ideas. And we would like to make it into more of a team effort where we are putting committees together of, 3 or 4 students who are all working together on this initiative with a flexible but set timeline, so that we can be starting projects, working together on them, and then completing them so that you guys can see results and not just hear that we're discussing some topic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. And do you see SGA currently as an effective driver of student change?
I do, just because the people in SGA, in my experience, have connections in so many parts of campus that it's a great place to hear about what's going on in other parts of campus, to spread the word about important events on campus. I don't think it's reaching its full potential, though.
Okay.
And I certainly think with reorganization and clear goals, not just topics that we want to think about,
Yeah.
we can reach SGA's potential to motivate change and affect change on campus.
Awesome. Okay. One last question. Why do you and Emmett work well together? Why are you a good running mate pair?
So Emmett and I were hallmates freshman year.
Mm-hmm.
We both were on Third Belk. So our first interactions had nothing to do with SGA. We're just friends from our hall. Our hall was really close.
Yeah.
And then at the last half of my first year when I joined SGA, we started working together on initiatives.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're a great team because we're not just a team that's thrown together and is all of a sudden trying to figure out how each other works, figure out what our goals are. Our professional SGA partnership is based on a friendship that will make it so we know how each other works, we know what our goals are, we know who the person is that we're working with.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, that will just make our team and hopefully the entire SGA work together smoothly, create synergy if we get elected. So that's why I think we're a good pair.
Awesome. Okay, one last question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so both of y'all are sophomores and your competitors are juniors.
Yes.
So some people might think of that as like, oh, sophomores running for like the entire SGA like president instead of just like their class presidents. How do you respond to that like perception of like inexperience, or do you think you are very experienced in SGA compared to your competitors, or how do you make up for that?
I think the perception of inexperience in SGA is an inaccurate one.
Yeah.
If there is that perception. Yeah. First of all, outside of grade school and college, 1 year is no significant difference at all.
Yeah.
So first of all, age shouldn't be a factor in any way. Second of all, Emmett's been the class president for 2 years, and I've also been on SGA since my first year.
Yeah.
So it's not like we are unfamiliar with how SGA runs,
Yeah.
what we've been working on recently, who good connections to have as far as the deans. We know who to contact to get help on different projects. And in addition, we've both been in SGA for the most recent year.
Yeah.
So we are the most in touch with what's going on campus, student vision for campus, currently.
Yeah.
So I think those are two big advantages. And the reason that we're running for president and vice president rather than trying to keep positions as senator or class president, we have our ideas ready. We're ready now. And I don't see that there's any reason to wait if we have our platform put together. We know what we would like to do, and we have the motivation to do it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.